Hey all, today we're going to be going over Limbo. It's the free game from the Epic Game Store this week. Every week the Epic Game Store puts out a free game, so make sure you guys check those out. We will be putting out a video every Thursday, that's when they get released, showing you what the game is about, if it's something that's interesting to you at all. But even if you're not interested in it, just get it in your library. That means later on, 6 years down the road even, like, oh, I got a wild itch to play some Limbo. It's free and it's in your library. Without the sale, this game is normally $10, which is really not that bad, especially since Limbo is indie darling classic. I mean, if you're an indie fan, you gotta own Limbo. I first played it a while back when it came out on the Xbox Live Arcade. That was, man, so many years ago. I was a better player than I think because I played a little bit this morning, and man, I am terrible at this game again. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's a side-scroller. It got famous for its art style. As you see, it's beautiful. The sound design's out of this world. You play as a little boy that's looking for his little sister in a pretty unknown world. And just as a quick little heads up, I know I'm playing this on the PC. You all be playing this on the PC. The two controller schemes I'll show you here in a sec is you can use with the keyboard, but you have to use the actual like directional keys. Or you could use a controller, and I really suggest controller. I have an Xbox 360 controller. They make like the best PC gaming controllers, but let's take a look at your menu real quick. We're going to start a new game. But that's it. That's your entire controller scheme right there. Jump, action, move. That's all you got to do. The jump is a little floaty is one thing that kind of always bugged me about this game, but you get it. It's not that bad. So let's start a new game so I can show you the first few puzzles. Alright, here we go. The controller does have rumble, which is nice. Oops, sorry, my bad. Wake up, boy. You may be hearing a low rumble in the background. It's because it's currently like 92, 93 million degrees. So the AC is on. I'm not going to be giving that up. I'm sorry, guys. It's just too hot. Alright, so a little slow to start, but this is kind of an experience. It's not necessarily just all about the gameplay. It's about, you know, going on a journey with this kid. You'll see a lot of walking, but little things you'll notice are when you die in this game, it's heartbreaking. It's unreal. This is the first part I remember dying on. I just like jumped off like, what the heck? No, you could slide. All this is rumble, so that's nice. See, the jumping's a little floaty, but everything is beautiful here. That art style, we have that, what's that called, parallax background, where the background moves at a different rate than the rest of the game, or the foreground. So that's your action to grab something and then pull or push. You climb down things. Just visually stunning game. And each little climb down is a rumble, so it's definitely worth having the controller. Especially since they don't have a way of remapping the keys. One thing about this game is it has a way of making you worry about where you're going. You're actually kind of afraid when it gets a little bit too dark. Like when this boat's first going off. The first time you play, you're like, oh man, I was safe over there. Now what am I doing? I can't control this boat. I'm a little worried. This game has a really good way of doing that. The music kicks up and everything feels dangerous, you know? So it's one of those things. They have a way of creating a lot of reverb. Yeah, they put a lot of reverb in their sound effects. And so it feels like you're so small in a world where you're just like a visitor and you don't even really belong here. Get closer. There we go. I'm going to go to shore. It's kind of a heavy boat for this kid to pull, I'm just saying. I'll have to purposely die here in a sec because the death scenes are so sad. You fall in love with this little kid, I mean, you're rooting for him the whole time. It's not complicated at all. Nothing about this game is overly complicated. It reminds me a lot of that Yarn game, which is another real fun one. I'll have to go over that at some point on a non-freebie game because I doubt they'll make that one free. I mean, look at that background, the way it does it. Oh, such a gorgeous, gorgeous game. Alright, so moving along here. Now, here's our first possible death, okay? As a novice, you may want to be like, let's just jump over this. I might be able to make it. So let me show you what would happen if you do. Ah, dead. Oof. Ooh, a lot of blood. A lot of black and white blood. Death in this game, not happy looking. But these traps are very useful, actually. Let's go and grab them and separate them so we can jump a little better. Oh my god! You can still fail, apparently. Oh man, those moments when you wish you were recording. Let's try this again. I'm gonna give myself a little extra distance, a little more running head start. And go for it! Go for it again! I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. Don't tell your friends I just failed. Alright, we're moving along here, guys. Okay, so this is a trap to our advantage. So just a heads up, let's go ahead and give this a shot and I'll show you what it looks like. We can't get up high enough because us and this rotting flesh is weighing it down. So let's go ahead and grab this trap we see over here. Again, it's only 2 controllers for everything, or 2 buttons for everything. We hop up. And oh my god, how is this? Honestly, guys, this is terrible. I cannot believe how bad I'm doing. Oh my goodness. But hey, you know what? We're gonna make this into a productive moment. Did you guys notice how fast you load back in? That's a real big plus. I like when side scrollers expect for you to die, so they're gonna go ahead and give you like all the opportunities to keep trying. You know what I mean? Some games are like, oh yeah, you have to start back at a checkpoint. Who cares at a checkpoint? Just give me right before I died, so I can keep rinsing and repeating until I get it down right. There are moments where you will die a lot, and you're just like, I'm just not grabbing the right part, or it's just a little bit too far of a jump. So practice makes perfect. Here's a moment right here. Watch this. Oof. Yeah, you hear that sound? It's gorgeous. They do a wonderful job in the design of this thing. Moving along. Such a haunting forest. We have, you know, it feels like this forest goes forever. They have that haze over everything. Okay, can't make it to that rope. Gotta find a way up there. Let's go ahead and try out this water. Oh, can I swim it? We'll just go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, no. Drowned kid. That's the worst. Hate when that happens. God, they even put the air bubbles and everything like that. D-move. It sucks. Alright, so we'll grab this box. And of course, this is the beginning of the game. So, as you'd expect, this is all kind of like easy puzzles. They, of course, scale up bigger. My main things I want to show you, kind of the big bad that you'll be constantly encountering. He's just such a huge presence in the game. Or she. I'm not positive. Might be she. Probably she. And we could be bad guys too, or bad spiders. Okay, jump. Oof, man, some of those jumps, they just don't feel like they're gonna be, because he's so floaty and he like, you know, almost not gonna make it sometimes. All right, push this little guy over. Okay, tip number 1, health tip: don't jump after that log. Got to go back the other way. I have done it, and you know, I act like I know what I'm doing. You guys just saw me die to like traps that I told you to not fall into. And you just saw me do that move too, which is clean. Alright, moving along. That health tip thing, that's from Jablinski Games. If you guys aren't watching Jablinski Games yet, I mean, what are you doing? That's so good. It's Jack Black's gaming channel that he does almost no gaming on. Be real careful on this one because it doesn't take long until you're drowning. Yeah, I need to let it fire. Here we go, big jump! Oh, barely got it. See how the whole game darkens? You have to, even the background darkens even more so. And we're all alone in this dark forest. Here we go. We're getting to the end, guys. We're getting to the end. Trap up here. I could use that for something. I need to unlock it. See, they did such a good job with the design, even of the character. Yes! Oh, I love the spider in this game. It's the best. So the spider is blocking our path, alright? But as she's hitting the ground, the vibrations, we notice, are pushing the trap over. Okay, okay. So we need to bait the spider out. Here we go. Some classic tanking. Here we go. Points. Lifts up. And move, move, move! More vibration. We'll need to do it a couple more times, I think. Let's go and check. Lifts up. Move, move, move! How are we doing, trap? And it just came down. Alright, now we need to get this spider out of the way. We have our tool. Here we go. Don't fail me now! Okay. These simple animations, man, they're really good. There's a new game in development too that's made by guys that do this like hamster game. I have to show it at some point. It has really good run animation. It's like the highlight of the entire game. Point. Oh, come on. Point. Lift up. Bounce. Okay, there's one. And careful, because she'll get the other two legs will be ready to go. So you need to stay away. Okay, bait the leg. Up. Go up, go up, go up. There it is. There's the other one. See that, and that third leg always does that, where it just jabs forward. So you gotta really kind of let the game play out. This is not a fast-paced game like say Shovel Knight or something like that. This is a slower game. So take your time. How did that not trap her? There we go. Now this spider will be revisiting you as you play. There's a moment where you're actually like trapped in spider web and you're having to move around in spider web, stuff like that. So that's kind of a concept presence, is that you are in the shadow of the spider. I think that's going to be it for us, guys. That kind of gives you an idea of how the gameplay works. There's so much to this game. It's just completely stunning. There are really great set pieces. We're in the forest here, but there's later on where you're like in the cityscape and stuff like that. All in Search for Your Little Sister as this character. I really suggest you guys pick up this game and check it out. Again, it's free, and when it's not around, it's $10. Even at $10, this game is a must-own. So get out there, check this game out. I will see you guys next week, and we have another episode of the podcast dropping on Monday, all about Comic-Con. We'll see you guys later.